Hello fellow Kaiju fans, I am GPTV. Did something about the music at the beginning of this video sound a little off to you? Perhaps a little artificial? You see what I did there? If you don't see what I did there, you're either stupid or that's it. That's it. If you don't see what I did there, you probably didn't read the title. Artificial intelligence, AI, making music. That's right. It's happening. We live in a dystopian world! It's scary, isn't it? Yeah. Robots all over the streets of Los Angeles and nowhere else. But it was a little hard to tell, wasn't it? That the song at the beginning of this video was AI. I mean, it's pretty convincing, right? But don't worry, you're not alone. I too have fallen victim to AI music, thinking it was real. And it was actually the thing that finally pushed me over the edge to make this video. I was scrolling on TikTok, as I do, and I came across a video that was about nuclear bombs. It was just a compilation of nuclear bomb footage. Teenage boy. Obviously that's awesome. So I'm watching it. There's like a song in the background. I'm not really paying too much attention to that. I'm looking at the awesome explosions. And I go down into the comments expecting to see people talking about their favorite explosion. Which one was their favorite? Was it that one? Anyway, all the comments weren't talking about the video itself. They were talking about the song. And they said it was AI. I literally didn't even realize. I wasn't paying too much attention to it, but I didn't realize. Unless you're looking out for it, you may not realize. And I go back, and I listen, and yeah, I could kind of tell, but also not really. And it's a little different than the song I had at the beginning. There was singing. There was someone singing, and I didn't even realize it was AI when I was listening to it. That's scary. That is scary. AI is taking over. This video itself could be AI, and you might not even know it. I've wanted to make a video about AI for a while, but that TikTok experience pushed me over the edge to do it. Now, my first exposure to AI music wasn't actually that nuclear bomb video. It was before Ultraman Arc had released, and I came across a video that was the Ultraman Arc theme song, which wasn't out yet. So I click on it, a little confused obviously, and I realize it's AI. I look closer at the title, it's AI. But I found it really interesting. The Ultraman community had made an AI Ultraman theme song. And it didn't really sound too horrible. Having not realized AI music was possible at the time, listening to that, I was like, wow, this is actually kind of impressive. And they provide the website that they used for it, Suno AI. So I decided to mess around on there. And now I'd like to transition into a segment where I demonstrate to you how it works. Keyword there is demonstrate. This is not an advertisement. I am not promoting it in any sort of way. I just want to show you the capabilities of the software, just so you guys are better informed. Alright everyone, I am sitting down now, and I'm going to demonstrate to you Suno AI. Now before I get into this, it is important to keep in mind using AI isn't exactly very good for the environment. So if you are going to use it, try to use it sparingly. But without further ado, let me show you how to use this website. You go in there, you see this screen where you could create stuff, right? Upload a song into there. Ideally it would be your own, but for this demonstration I'm going to throw in some Godzilla and Ultraman music because I'm a Godzilla and Ultraman channel. You'll click extend and then you'll want to describe the kind of music you want it to be, and bam, it'll generate you a song. So the first thing I'm going to play for you is the Godzilla Final Wars theme extended. As you can see, you could very clearly hear the Godzilla Final Wars theme in there, but with some new added bits. It goes on like that for another 3 minutes. Next up, for you Ultra fans out there, I decided to extend the Ultraman Blazar battle theme. That also sounds pretty good. It's like instantly you could take a song and make an alternate version of it. And me, I love listening to different versions of one song. You know, it scratches kind of an itch for me. But is it a scratch from an evil hand? When you upload an audio clip, you could take a song and splice two songs together, so the AI results will then mix the two melodies, which I'll play right now, a mix of the Tiga battle theme and the Dyna theme song. It's really neat how this works, and it can produce some pretty cool sounding things. Wow. Did you enjoy that? I sure didn't, because I haven't done it yet. I have yet to record it. Anyway, Now, while listening to that, I imagine some of you may have thought that it sounded pretty cool, right? Some of the transitions between the completely new music and the original bits were pretty smooth. And because, you know, an AI image is a fake image, and an AI video is a fake video, AI music must be fake music too, right? And it could never replace actual human work. It can never replace the soul put into sound by a human being. Now, the Ultraman fan community may be using AI technology, but there's no greater implication there. As long as the studios aren't touching it, then we're safe, right? Unless everyone's favorite composer, Junkie Extra Large, isn't exactly against AI music. In fact, you could say he's a supporter. Now, I know some of you guys are rolling your eyes like, of course, makes sense. I bet the hands are coming together and prayers are being prayed that he does not come back to compose for another Godzilla movie. Because over the past 70 years, there's been 38 Godzilla movies. And fans tend to not agree on which ones they think are good or bad. I do feel the common consensus is that basically all of those movies have good music. You'd really be hurting to find a Godzilla fan who thinks a Godzilla movie has a bad soundtrack. Besides, I guess, the ones with Junkie XL, but that's besides the point. I personally think every Godzilla movie has at least a good soundtrack. 38 movies, each with an incredible legacy of talent and creativity in their soundtracks. And here comes Junkie Extra Large wanting to throw it all away by incorporating AI with no creativity and no talent. Just a computer. And hey, I get it. I get where you're coming from. But that isn't necessarily what he's saying. Junkie XL, he says people are afraid because it's new. He says it should be used as a tool. Now, when he says use it as a tool, he does not mean uploading some music into this program and it poops something out, drag and drop that into the timeline, boom, that's the music in the movie. No. He's talking about using it as an aid, a helper to help you learn. Now, I don't think I'm necessarily the right person to explain that. Right? I'm a consumer. I love music. It means the world to me. It could build me up and make me feel like I can do anything. I'm at the gym, I'm hearing some awesome music, and I get an incredible workout. I'm on my way to school, and instead of being depressed and tired in the morning, I'm yelling out lyrics to my favorite song, and I feel more joyous than ever. But just because I love music, that doesn't mean I'm the right person to talk about it. I'm a little naive when it comes to the creative process. So I decided who better to hear from but maybe the guy who did the fight theme for Ultraman Taiga X Episode 2, who's also the guy who made my outro music. Yeah, I'm talking about Scales, a good friend of the channel. I decided to bring him into this video, talk to him, get his perspective. Someone who actually makes music. So let's cut to that.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Scales.
I wanted to discuss with you today, beyond baseline implications of AI music, I just wanted to hear other perspectives from other musicians and composers.
Well, I think in certain circumstances, it can be used positively or negatively. Obviously going to be boundaries on what you should and shouldn't use it for.
My first question to you regarding AI music and the world of it, do you think it's okay as long as the source material and training data that the AI has collected are approved by the original creators of the music?
I'd say so. I myself have no quarrels with it. In the end, it's like the creator's responsibility with how their work is handled. If they're okay with it, you can take their data used by the AI and use it how you wish.
These tools allow everyday people to create projects that would usually take weeks and like a lot of money. Do you see that as a positive? Do you think allowing everyday people to have this accessible to them, do you think it'll like devalue projects and products in any way?
The things that AI music lacks compared to real music is the creativity that you bring to the track and the workmanship. I don't think AI will never be able to create something like that.
What are your feelings like? Obviously, I was messing around with it earlier. I wasn't planning on using that music for anything. Now, if I were to put that in one of my videos, do you think that is a problem, even if I'm not making money off of it?
There's nothing against the law saying, don't use AI here, don't use AI here. As long as your work isn't like music orientated, saying, look guys, look at this song I made. This is all me. And all you did was just type in a few prompts on the computer, then I wouldn't say that's the best. But if you're just using it like in a background or something very minor, I'd say it's totally fine.
Now I want to throw a wrench into this just to see if this kind of slightly changes your perspective. Now imagine earlier I had trained the AI on one of your songs. How would you feel about that?
If you asked me, I'd probably say yeah. I'd actually be curious on what the AI would come up with, because I try to be versatile in many of my songs. I try to make like different types of genres, maybe house or calmer ones. I'd be curious on what it would like pick up, and maybe even I could do that and see what like substantially what would come up from the AI when using that.
Junkie XL, the composer of Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla x Kong, amongst other things. There was an interview with him that came out where he described his feelings on AI, and he says, and I quote, "Use AI as a tool for you to become a better composer, to learn yourself, even if you will, and take it from there." That's essentially what you were saying. But what do you think of someone like more professional doing that?
I think it can be useful. Going back to what he said, use AI as a tool for you to become a better composer, to learn yourself, and then take it from there. I'd say yes, in certain circumstances. I have a hardware synth here, and it has pre-built chords, and I use those to help create some music. I use them for ideas, and in fact I've made a few songs off of that stuff, and it's pre-built. And if you want to use AI for just simple chord shapes or things like that, you can totally do that and take it from there. Yes, I feel like AI could be useful to like pioneer you into eventually becoming a real composer. If you want to. In the end, it's your choice.
It's good to hear it from someone who actually, makes music, and you, just like him, seem to be not against it. We're young. We live in a world where AI, it's probably gonna become a big thing. We're probably not gonna be able to escape it unless every single person protests against it. It's going somewhere. It's gonna keep advancing, and the technology is gonna continue to become more and more accessible and more advanced. And I guess it's better to embrace it, but use it responsibly, right?
Absolutely. Use it responsibly. Don't use it as the main thing. Remember, what Junkie says is use it as a tool, and I like that. Use it as a tool. Don't use it as the main piece of machinery. Just try to go off of it in ideas and workflow.
Alright, everyone, be sure to check out Scales. He makes great music. I'll link him in the description of this video, and let's cut back to me. What an enlightening conversation with such a beautiful man. What do you guys say? I think that was wonderful. But if you weren't paying attention to that, now's the time to listen up. Because it's the conclusion, the summary of all the points, all the takeaways from this video. I myself am not a big supporter of AI by any means. I do think there are uses for it, such as using it as a creative tool. I don't want to promote it, but I'm also not against it at the same time. It's something that I'm gonna have to live with, and it's not going away. Same goes for you guys too. I'm trying to keep you guys from being victims of fear-mongering. So yes, AI music is technically ethical as long as the composer of the music the AI is being trained on approves of that happening. And I'd really only support it if it is used as inspiration and not directly used in the project. As for you average Joes on YouTube who maybe make videos or fan films or anything like that, who can't make music yourself and are kind of interested in this whole AI thing, sure, yes, as long as you're not making money off of it, you could really put anything in there. That Ultraman arc thing isn't exactly a problem, but I would recommend you guys just use the countless pieces of music from those 38 Godzilla movie soundtracks and Ultraman soundtracks, because those are pretty good too. And as long as you're not trying to make money, there's not really any problem there. Or if you are trying to make money and you want to use your own original music and you don't want to use royalty-free music, you could hire somebody instead of using AI. Or there are plenty of really creative people making music covers and remixes on YouTube. You could just request in their comments something you want to hear and maybe they'll make it on your behalf. So that's all. Hopefully this video was informative. If you found it informative and just as important as I do, be sure to share the video around. This has been GPTV. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check the links in the description, and I will see you guys next year. Bye.